Okay. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello. So I know you guys seen the topic because after our first live um, about him asking me to marry him, and then 5 years later he asked me again, and then I said ask me 5 years again, and 5 more years, and then he waited and he asked me again 5 years later. So that's like a decade. A lot of people had questions. I got a lot of inboxes and DMs, and they wanted to know like what was the like real story. Like, did he really like wait that long? And if he did, why? No. So I was like, okay, we'll do another live, but he has to, you know, say why. I can't really speak for him. All I can say is that, those are the events that happen, but why he waited and asked so many times, I don't know. That's for him. So he was like, okay, I'll explain it. Let's just, do another live and I'll explain it. So on this live, it's gonna be more him talking to me. Normally it's me because it's really, my channel, my live and stuff. He's always my guest speaker. Um, but yeah, he's gonna tell you guys why. So why did you wait? Even I mean, because I know that's crazy. If you ask somebody to marry you, and then they say, "Ask me again in 5 years." Okay, I get the first 5 years because I don't even know why I said that or where that came from. But I was like, okay, ask me again in 5 years. And I think I said that because at the time I felt like that's the amount of time I needed to get over the breakup that I was going through. I thought maybe 5 years I would be good to go. So he came back. For those who don't know, after that 5 years, he really asked me again to marry him. And I said, again, at that time, 5 years later, I said, okay, give me 5 more years for real this time. 5 more years. Ask me again if you're serious and we can do this. So he really did it. Like, so why did you do it? What was the reason behind it?
When I first met you, just like any man meeting a girl or a woman, is the appearance.
Mm-hmm.
You would say, "Oh, she's beautiful. I need to talk to her."
Mm-hmm.
But after I saw you in class, our first class, I think it was a computer class.
Mm-hmm. Computer science class.
Um,
CIS 700.
Everything,
It's so crazy.
yes,
I remember that.
yes, computer information system 700. Okay, so everything kind of changed. The first day, the first time I met her, she was sitting. Well, I came in from behind her. But this time, it's like I can see her every day in class, the way she behaved, how smart she was because she was a TA at the time, and she got every answer to the questions that all the students were asking. Everybody was asking you questions. Yes, I was the one asking 10 times more questions,
Of course.
but you had an answer to every question without having to go back to Dr. Osceola and ask him, okay, how can I answer this? And I found it really interesting. And I was like, wow, she's smart. She can actually teach me a lot of stuff. And I've always wanted to have somebody, especially a woman by my side that can, you know, that I can learn from, that can be my friend at the same time. So everything went from there. And if you remember, you left me at Tretech at the community college. You went to USC because that
Mm-hmm.
was your last class.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to come to USC and bringing you lunch and stuff like that. You didn't want much. You always say, I just need a sandwich. I don't need anything. I just need a sandwich because I have to go do this. I have to go to the library. I have to study. I want to be. I just want to be in my dorm. I need to go wash my clothes. You always gave me something different than what other girl, a young college student would say. You never say, "Oh, I was invited somewhere with me and my friends are going here." No, it was always something school related, or you just want to be at your dorm. And one day you invited me to your dorm,
Mm-hmm.
and when I got
Turn
there,
this off. Keep going.
everything, like I said, everything it was exactly what I was expecting to see in terms of you always being in your books. You have books everywhere. You have more books than clothes.
I'm so sorry.
And I asked you, how do you manage to read all these books? And you said, it's okay. I know where everything is, and I can tell you everything about each single book right here. So I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I just knew. I said I kept talking to you, asking you for advice, and you was there. You showed me how to apply for financial aid at Trade Tech,
Mm-hmm.
and I was telling you that I
Is it
don't.
showing you more?
I'm sorry.
Is it showing any more?
Um, I don't see anybody on so far yet.
Hmm.
And so I understood right away that you were somebody very responsible. No matter what are the impressions that people have for college students. And I remember when you advised me to open my first bank account.
Yeah.
You see, I trusted you. I just let you do the whole thing, set up my PIN number and everything.
Yeah. I think we're having a little tech issue. So let's start over. Okay, so why why did you wait? Um because a lot of people wanted to know that. And I know we kind of discussed that already, but we had a technical issue. So we're gonna start over.
Mhm.
Okay. So a lot of people wanted to know after me ask after you asked me and I told you to wait 5 years and then um you actually came back 5 years later and asked me, and then my response was give me 5 more years, and then you actually came back 5 more years later, which is a whole decade at that point. A lot of people started inboxing me and DMing me wanting to know the real, why did you wait
And that's
and
the
why
way,
did you
and
come
that's the
back and
story.
ask?
Because in between, from the moment that I met you to the moment that I'm asking you if you can marry me, would you marry me? You say give you 5 years, and I ask you why would you give somebody ask somebody to wait for 5 years, and you said, uh, uh, first of all, you're going through a lot of issues right now. Second,
College.
you're in law school and you want to finish first before you even think about getting married again because you got traumatized. You was traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
So I understood right away that you have a valid excuse, right? For me to, but not for me to wait 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But then I said yes, and we kept on the friendship. Even though at some point I decided to go get married, like we were saying,
Mm-hmm.
for 3 years. But during that time, I kept thinking it wasn't where I was supposed to be. Put it that way. In my mind, it was like this is not it. This is not I was. This is not what my vision was giving me. This is not what I want to do. This is not where I want to be. This is a mistake. I need to get out of here. So these are the things that used to go through my brain every day on a daily basis. And
So why did you get married? That's I guess
I don't know. I just wanted to do something. You know how some people just want to be with somebody. Put it that way.
yeah, and that's
Yes.
understandable.
And I was young at the time, and I used to Even though I didn't hang around my dad's for a long time as a because I was little. I was in my early 12, 13 when he passed. But he was a businessman. He was really young. He passed away when he was 38. But he has 6 kids. A lot of multiple businesses going at the time. And I always admired the way he was doing things. So my vision was that type of vision. I can get married now to a person that can really, really be my partner
Mm-hmm.
and push me into doing something just like my daddy did, or if not better. So that was my idea of asking you if you want to marry me. But then when you send me away, and a few years later, I was like, maybe I need to go try something else because this is what I
This girl
want to do.
crazy.
This lady is telling me
Keep
to wait
telling me to
5 years.
5 years.
But then in that marriage, I understood that it wasn't what I wanted. To be honest, it was just, and I had to find a way to get out of it, and that's what I did. And so when 5 years later I came back to you and you asked me for another 5 years, I was like, okay, maybe she just doesn't want me. Maybe I need to uh, uh, just start my life over and just do other things and just keep her as a good friend because she is a very, very good friend. Every advice you ever gave me, everything that I asked you, you gave me the right answer. Even if at some point I thought it might not be the right answer. You're just saying that for me to get away from you, or for me to just get rid of me, because
Mm-hmm.
you didn't answer your phone all the time anyway. You just look at your phone and just hang up or never answer or for a few months, and the day that I see you, it seems like you act like you just left me yesterday. So,
Whatever.
but you did help me a lot, and I saw in you somebody responsible, and I knew that we could make a good couple.
Oh, so you
And
seen that
yes,
early on.
I seen it early on. The first day was just the picture, the beauty, the person in front of me. But as I got to know you, I understood that it wasn't just the picture. You were more than the beautiful face.
So like, what were some of the some examples?
A very, very caring person. You like to care for people more than
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Sometimes you forget about yourself. That's number one. Number two, business minded. You're always thinking about a business, something that can bring in money, no matter how little it is. Or if I don't understand the concept, you always find a way to make me understand that this is why I think this can make a good business. This can be a good business. This can bring money because you always take time to explain. And a, a, a lot of people just get up and jump into a business without knowing what it is. Yes, no matter how beautiful your business plan look, no matter how much money you have, going into a business is risky because you can still lose all your money. You can still fail.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't try, there will be
Mm-hmm.
no failure. And when you fail, next time you do another one, you think about the past, what you did wrong the last time. So that's the kind of quality that the qualities that I was looking into. I saw you as a business minded, as a very caring person, as a very nice person, and on top of that, beauty. You are so beautiful.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So and I said, hey, I
He
I
said
go
what he
for
said.
this. I go for this.
He
And
said what
I
he
had
said.
to, even though he was rejecting me, I had to find a way to get a little attention. Your friends in college, after college, everybody disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that I was going to lose that leverage at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go through somebody that we always see you, or that we always know you, which
Oh,
is your mother.
yeah.
Because I met your mother in Los Angeles.
Right.
So I started talking to your mother at least once a week or once a month, and sending messages, and she would reply, and that's how I kept that contact, even though you disappeared at some point.
That's so sweet.
And the reason why I came to Indiana is because I knew that if you say no, at least I have somebody. If you say no again, at least I have somebody next to you that can actually talk sense.
Oh, my mama.
Exactly.
She's so funny.
And that was it.
Okay, so um, James, when I graduated from college, James had invested into a 99-cent store. And so my best friend was trying to give me a party. And so me and James weren't together or anything, but she knew that James would like do anything if it was pertaining to me. So she was like, I'm trying to give Tanya this party. I need to get some supplies, whatever. So she went to his 99-cent store. How much she spent? I mean, she went on a complete shopping spree.
I told her
And
to
just
get everything that you need for the party.
okay. Well, I guess he gave her the okay to like get whatever she needed for the party out of his 99-cent store. And so I didn't know that she invited him to my graduation party, like because I just didn't really invite like anybody really, just like my close friends and stuff. I really wasn't inviting a lot of people. So she invited him, and I was kind of wondering, like, why did she invite him? Like, why is he here? And then later I found out she invited him because she had went to the 99-cent store, and he basically had funded the whole graduation party, and I didn't even know that. So right now, today, he has jokes. Like, every time he see her, he be like, you still owe me.
And she doesn't like it. Yeah, what I owe you, James?
It was just, and that was like a whole crazy thing because it was somebody else there for me. I didn't, because I hadn't talked to James. James was going on. I think you was married then, right? Or were you?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, he was married, gone on. So there was somebody else at my graduation party, like for me. But then James came. So then it was this whole big awkward weird thing. And I had no idea that, he felt like he was supposed to be there. I guess he thought he funded the whole party, but I didn't know at the time that he had funded the whole party. So yeah, that was a whole another situation right there. But I think that
But I
like
never gave up. I'm still here.
he's so crazy. He's so crazy. And I think like, okay, so one day, um, he had came to my dorm. Just to tell you how old we are. He came to my dorm and I had this old computer and I wanted a CD burner on there, right? That's when we was burning CDs. Yeah, we were that old. We was burning CDs. So I wanted a CD burner on my computer. And so he happened to come when I was opening up the computer. I'm taking the computer apart because I needed to see what was going on in there so I could upgrade my computer because I didn't have the money to upgrade it myself. So I just opened it up, upgraded my computer, and he was sitting there looking just in awe. Like he just couldn't even believe that I had just opened my computer and just upgraded it on my own. I added my CD burner. So then I was able to burn all the Jodeci CDs. I mean, I did give him a CD, so anytime he needed CDs, I used to make mixed CDs like with all the latest jams on there. So I mean, I did give you a CD. Was that enough to pay back all the 99-cent store supplies?
Not really.
Not really.
At the time, the CD. Ooh, how much was the CD? $5.
I think so. I don't know. I just needed a CD burner because I had stuff to do. I needed CDs in my car, and so those are things I think too that like he was just like attracted to, maybe because you always used to
Yes.
say like, how did you even know how to do that? So now like, even when I came to
Then when you
Texas,
came to Texas to Longview,
mhm,
903, baby.
mhm,
Then when you came to Longview, I was having.
I said 903. Longview. Don't ever shout out Longview on my life. You a guest.
Then
I will kick you off. For real.
I had I had, was it a
A
computer?
laptop. When
no,
I got there, his
it was
laptop
a
screen. No, that was second.
Oh,
Okay, the first one, when I first got to Longview, he had a laptop and he was getting ready to take it to the Geek Squad. And the Geek Squad was about to charge him hundreds of dollars to like change his computer screen because he really wanted to keep his computer. He really liked it. And I was like, I can fix that. And he was like, what? I was like, I just need some tools. I can fix that. So like I opened up his computer, disconnected like the screen from the motherboard, and I swapped out his
you said
laptop.
to order it from Amazon.
Oh yeah. I had him order. Man, we've been ordering from Amazon a long time. See, shout out to Amazon. Yeah. So even back then, I think that was like 2011, 10 or 11. I had him order a new computer screen for his laptop. So we opened it up so we can get the model number and all that. And he was just looking at me like I was crazy. Like, how do you even know how to do this? And I don't know. I guess I was still trying to pay him back for 99 cents. So I swapped out his screen and repaired his computer. And then, like a week later, his TV went out. This is when he thought I was really crazy for real then, because he was like, man, I had this TV for a while. I'm gonna have to get rid of the TV. And I'm like, why? He was like, it's dark. See, it just went out. We don't have a TV. And I'm like, I can fix that. And then he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, just pull it out for me. I can fix it. We're about to open it up. And we're gonna swap out the bulbs and see if that works first. We're just gonna do process of elimination. Now, mind you, there was no University of YouTube at that time. I mean, YouTube was there, but it wasn't like all the information on there where you could just learn how to fix TVs or whatever. But and I don't even know how I knew how to do it either, but I was just always that kid that opened up stuff and wanted to see what was going on the inside. So I was like, let's just open it up. So we opened it up, we took the bulbs out, ordered the bulbs on Amazon once again, and I put the bulbs in, the TV started working, and he was just like, who are you? I think he thought I worked for the CIA or the FBI because he knew I attempted to work for them at one point in time as an undergraduate. So I think he used to think I was undercover CIA. I think he still think that. He's like, I don't know if I'm sleeping with an undercover CIA agent or what. You know, he doesn't know. But anyway, back to the story. So from that point, like, it kind of like you became the same way now. Like you the same way. Like anything that breaks,
I try and fix it first.
Yeah, anything that breaks down or like even the car, oil changes, anything breaks down that needs to be fixed, like we just do it on our own. We totally just do it ourselves. The only time we really go to a shop is when it's just something beyond us where it needs like a major machine to lift a car or something. But if it's something like that we can do that doesn't require anything, well, like I said, if the car needs to be lifted up off the ground or something, like we don't have a car lifter, but other than that, like we can do it. Anything, our own screens, if our cell phone's cracked, we can repair our own screens, all that. So I think that was like, well, this is your story. Go. But I think he was more fascinated too than anything else. Maybe.
It's fascination, but just who you were as a whole. It was no longer about the beauty. It was now about who is this person? What can she or what can't she do? She does everything. She knows everything. Yes, this is my type of person.
He
this
said
is
what
the
he
person
said.
that I wanted to be with. And I knew that no matter how long it takes, no matter how difficult you was gonna be, or you was pushing me around for years, I had to keep trying. Because one day you would say, okay, I'll give you a chance. And guess what?
Chuck a book.
I succeeded. Can't you tell?
Right on. Right on.
So the fight was worth it because That energy never left you, which means that was who you are, because you never changed. You're still trying to replace phone screens and everything today.
I retired. I make him do it now. Anything happen, I'm like, you know we can do it, but that really means he can do it. I'll be like, no, don't call a repair guy. We can do that. The we used to mean both of us. Now he got this. The we means him. So yeah. So that's the why you waited for 10
Exactly.
years.
Because I saw in you
I guess
something special, and I knew that if we get together, we could do good things.
Mm-hmm. Well, he said that's why he did it, because a lot of people didn't understand why you would do that. How could you do that?
Why not?
I mean, because it was 10 years.
It is hard, but at the end of the day, if you really put your mind into anything in life, you can do it. It's tough, and even if you're a believer, if you believe in God, whatever He made for you, you might want to run to the left or to the right, trying to avoid that thing. At the end of the day, it's gonna be you're not gonna fail. It's gonna be yours. Whether you decide to grab it or not, it's gonna come to you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I see things. When we were younger, when I was younger, I didn't think that way. But now I strongly believe that sometimes it's just the will of God, because we
But
went through the ups and downs,
big son,
a lot of don't do this, you did this, a lot of people talking, but we're here now,
mm-hmm.
so it was meant to be.
But what if your son would have came and told you, a girl told him that like twice, and if it's your son, your brother, or something, they're like, what should I do? You would not advise
I
them.
would not advise him to wait like I did. I would just tell him to do what his mind is telling him to do all the time. You can't advise anybody on how to love somebody else. You can tell him to. I mean, the best advice for me would be to tell him to do what his mind is telling him to do, what his heart is telling him what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they think he can hang around for 5 years, that's
To
on
hang
him.
around for 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that that's what he said. So I guess if you know how to fix computer screens and computers, your husband, your future husband, might wait on you for 10 years. So hey, ladies, that's my advice: know how to fix computers and
Hey, I
TVs.
flew to Indiana. I could
Still haven't
I
got
could
those horses though.
I could fix my computer in Longview or something, but I flew to Indiana to find a computer repair.
At your service, I do what I can do.
But yeah, it's I think it was you or my call. We meant to be together because it took too long.
Obviously, yeah,
We
I
went
I agree
around,
with that.
around, around, and around.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So the next live, I gotta tell y'all all who he was.
And
He
just stop
he a
running.
changed man now. He found Christ and whatnot. But yeah, let me tell y'all all the juicy stories. He might not want to be present on that live, but I'm gonna tell y'all he ain't gonna want to be present. He gonna be present.
I don't know.
It's just
I'm
playing.
always
It's not
available.
that bad. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It is juicy. It is juicy. So he has us on the timer. Where we at?
30 minutes.
He said 30 minutes and he ending the live no matter what. So is it 30 minutes? Where you go?
It's been 30 minutes.
It's past 30 minutes? See, it
Right
goes
on,
too
30
fast.
minutes.
That's what I'm saying. See, it goes so fast it don't even seem like it's been 30 minutes.
31 minutes.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna stick to the 30 minutes then, okay? All right. So we decided to, instead of every night, Monday and Wednesday,
Mondays and Wednesdays.
at 9:30 Central Standard Time. I was gonna do it every day, but he said I'm over talking myself, knowing that I'm not gonna have time. So he's probably right. So we're gonna stick to Monday and Wednesday nights. So yeah. The next topic he'll be in the hot seat. The next show he'll be in the hot seat. Put it that way. So
There's so many subjects
wanna
to
miss
talk
that.
about.
true. It's funny, but true. Well, it won't be too bad because it's some of the stuff were like mistakes and errors on my part too. Oh, just one part, really quick. I know we over 30 minutes, but really quick. When we went to that, remember the Cameroonian party?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then so okay, no, I'm not telling that. We'll tell that one next time. It's too long of a story. But anyway, I thought he was somebody else. No, yeah, I thought the other person was him, but it was somebody else. Because me and my friends.
We have time to talk about.
Oh, you want to talk about? He said we have time. No, that's gonna be next.
No, I'm saying
Monday.
we have time for the next.
Okay, Monday
show.
9:30. Y'all hear all the juicy stuff and the mistaken identities and how he tried to. Remember, he tried to wreck the car. The van. Yeah. He crazy too, y'all. He ain't all good. He a little crazy. So yeah. Okay, so Monday.
We are Monday today.
See the time. Wednesday 9:30. We'll see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you guys.
I never know how to end my sessions.